Welcome to Cine Gripe's Triple S review of The Witch. As always, this will be a brief, spoiler-free segment where we'll give our opinion on whether the film is worth screening in theaters, waiting to stream, or skipping altogether. Written and directed by Robert Eggers, The Witch transports us to New England in the year 1630, where a devout Christian family has been cast out of their Puritan settlement. Forced to a homestead on the outskirts of civilization, the family quickly learns that starvation isn't the only danger. So we're going to come right out and state that if you entered the theater expecting a scary status quo popcorn flick, you're probably not going to like The Witch. If you're wondering why, well, that's because The Witch by today's standards probably won't be considered a scary movie. It's a true horror film, though, that doesn't rely on gore and cheap scares to keep it afloat. It's a much smarter film than that, and most of the credit belongs to writer-director Robert Eggers. The paramount element that makes The Witch so unnerving is the extremely believable family unit he's scripted for us. Now, one detail prospective audiences should keep in mind is that at its core, The Witch is a period piece. Characters speak in a dialect that most audience members, us included, aren't used to hearing. There are moments when the speech is a little difficult to translate in real time, but not enough to merit a gripe. Luckily, The Witch is more about showing than telling, so if you do get lost in the vernacular, there's almost always a bit of expository imagery accompanying the dialogue. Of course, all of this fine scripting would be for naught if the actors couldn't convincingly handle the language. Thankfully, the entire cast delivers an outstanding and incredibly convincing ensemble performance. Ralph Ineson and Kate Dickie give noteworthy turns as William and Catherine, the patriarch and matriarch of the family. Harvey Scrimshaw plays Caleb, and the performance he gives should absolutely put him on the map of quality child actors, award-worthy to say the least. But the most commendable performance of The Witch is given by Anya Taylor-Joy. So much of the film's resonance relies on this young actress's turn as Thomasin, and she never failed to impress us with her unwavering conviction and understanding of the material. Definitely a talent to keep an eye on. If we had to use one word to describe The Witch, it would be authentic. The film subtly complements both its era and premise with naturally colored visuals and effectively poignant cinematography. Likewise, the costumes, props, and set designs all feel appropriately plain, never breaking the simplicity of the setting to showcase flashy special effects or over-stylized visuals. This atmospheric immersion doesn't mean the film is dull, though. The standout moments of visual horror tend to linger rather than sting, resembling the imagery right out of a book of folklore rather than a canned Hollywood scary movie. The film's score, composed by Mark Horvan, instantly sets up an atmosphere of eerie impending doom. This element is relentless and never allows the audience to be free of tension. So in short, if you appreciate films like The Original Omen, Shining, Rosemary's Baby, true horror films that take their time to develop characters worth investing in, The Witch will not disappoint. The final verdict for this Triple S review of The Witch is screen it. In a cinematic era plagued by half-baked, jump-scare-riddled franchise horror films, The Witch is a much-needed change of pace. Everything about the film resonated with us, and if you allow yourself to take the journey with the highly believable characters, this film will stick with you for days. Robert Eggers and his cast and crew deserve every ounce of praise for bringing us this small but deeply grounded film about a simple family in unspeakable peril. Thanks for watching this Triple S review of The Witch. If you enjoyed this video and or found it helpful, do us a favor, thumb it up, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We'll see you next time here on Cine Gripe.